Hey guys, I'm Coach Justin Moore for Parabolic Performance and Rehab, and this is Coach Mike. We're going to be doing a weekly segment where we talk about exercises, tips, errors, and movements that can help you improve your performance in the gym and on the field. Today we're going to start with the deadlift. The deadlift is one of the best exercises for building strength and muscle throughout the entire body, but it still gets a bit of a bad rap for injuring backs and causing chronic back pain. Now, this is not to say, if you have an injury that this is going to change that, but seek a medical professional. But if you have back issues or tightness that you notice from deadlifting, this approach to setting up for the barbell can actually help your performance and maybe take some of that pain away by putting the stress where we want it to be. So Mike is going to begin by showing how a lot of people seem to set up in the deadlift, which is to round their back, reach for the bar, and then try to arch their back into position. Alright, so Mike's going to demonstrate the wrong way first. So right now, he's reached down and flexed his spine. So in order to get this spine into a neutral position, he's now going to have to arch very hard as he gets into the bottom. Go ahead, Mike. So, now most people think this is an okay position to deadlift from. The back seems flat, there's a little bit of an arch here, but what he's done, go ahead, relax Mike. What he's done now is he's queued up his spinal erectors and flared them up. He's put his abs in a poor position to contribute to the effort of stabilizing the spine, and he's put his glutes and hamstrings on tension to a point where they can't contract optimally. What's better is to start from the top down, make sure you brace the core properly, hinge at the hip, and then bend the knees to grab the bar, and that's going to set up in a better position and put the stress where we want to. So Mike's going to stand over the bar. From the top, he's going to stand up tall. He's going to exhale to get his ribs down and activate his anterior core. Right? From here, he's going to inhale and expand his abdomen 360 degrees, and now hold that breath. He's then going to push his hips back like a hinge, and then bend the knees just enough to reach the bar. Good. So now he's set up in an optimal position with his back neutral, not overly arched, and his anterior core is firing, his glutes and hamstrings are engaged, and now he's going to push through the floor to stand up. Good. Now on the way down, he's going to repeat the process just in reverse. He's going to brace that anterior core, push his hips back, and once he passes the knee, bend the knees just enough. Relax. So what we basically showed there is we want the entire abdominal section to engage and to help the process of stabilizing the spine, not just the lower back muscles. We want the abs to help. We want to use intra-abdominal pressure to create that good position and hold it, as opposed to just using the low back and then relying on the low back and hamstrings to lift the weight. Now, if you're having trouble getting this down, the best way to practice is, again, taking a regression and using the Romanian deadlift from a top-down approach to practice bracing the core, keeping a neutral spine, and hinging at the hip. So what Mike's going to do is Mike's going to pick the barbell, just like we talked about. He's going to brace first, hinge at the hip, bend the knees just enough to get down. He's already got the abs nice and tight, he's got the hamstrings and glutes pinched, and he picks up the bar. Good. Now from the top down, he's going to brace his abs, just like we talked about before. He's going to push the hips back, maintaining that neutral spine. He's going to find the tension in his hamstrings, and then he's going to squeeze his glutes and finish on the way up. His anterior core stays on the whole time. He's breathing regularly, and he's using his glutes and hamstrings to finish the movement, but he's not going all the way to the floor. Go ahead, Mike, do a couple more. Bar stays close to the body, abs stay tight, glutes are engaged at the top, and we're not going into excessive lordosis or excessive arch at the back, which is going to take those abs and those glutes and put them in a bad position to work for us. Go ahead, a couple more. A little bit deeper on this last one. Try to get below the knee. And finish. Good. Put the bar down. Good. So you can practice that bracing procedure and get used to feeling your abs help to stabilize your spine by using the Romanian deadlift before you begin to work through the floor. And I'm Justin Moore. This is Mike Cruzmano. We'll see you guys next week.